In the last presentation, we have understood what is a statement, what is an expression, and the difference between the two. Now in this presentation, we will continue our discussion on statements in Python. This is part 2 of statements in Python. So without any further delay, let's get started and let's see the topics of this presentation. The first topic is multi-line statements. The second topic is homework problem. So after discussing multi-line statements, I have a homework problem for you. So now, without any further delay, let's get started with the first topic, that is multi-line statements. So what are multi-line statements? Multi-line statements are the statements that can be extended to multiple lines using continuation character, which is also called the backslash character, parentheses, square brackets, or curly brackets. So we have different methods which allows us to extend the statements to multiple lines. We can use continuation character to extend our statements to multiple lines, or we can use parentheses, or we can use square brackets, or we can use curly brackets. We will see these methods one by one. Let's start with the first method, that is continuation character. For this, we need to open our command prompt and we first have to activate the Python interactive shell. Now, let's type this command, x equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus backslash. So with the help of this backslash, we are letting Python know that we want to continue this statement in the next line. So if we hit enter here, then we will get 3 dots from Python, which indicates that Python allows us to continue the statement in the next line. Otherwise, it is not allowed. If we leave this backslash and if we simply type x equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus, and if we hit enter, we will not get these 3 dots. Because Python has no way to know that we want to extend this statement to the next line. Hence, we need to put a backslash at the end. After putting backslash and hitting enter, we will get 3 dots, which indicates that we can continue this statement in this line. Now let's type 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus backslash. This line is part of this line. This line is not a separate command. So 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus backslash is part of this line. Again, we have put backslash here, which indicates that we want to continue this statement. We are not done with this statement yet. So let's hit enter again. This time again, we will get 3 dots. Now let's type 80 plus 90 plus 100. Now if we hit enter, we will get these 3 arrows, which means that we got our prompt and we are ready to type in the next command. We are done with this statement now. And Python knows this because we have not added backslash at the end of this line. So the entire statement is x equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80 plus 90 plus 100. This is the entire statement. Now let's type this command x and let's hit enter. We will get 550 as a result, because 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80 plus 90 plus 100 is equal to 550. I hope this is clear how we can extend statements in multiple lines. And this is important in cases when we have long statements to write. I hope it is clear how backslash can be used to extend the statement in multiple lines. This is not the only method which allows us to extend statements in multiple lines. We can use parentheses also. So let's wrap this entire statement within parentheses. This is how our command looks like. So now this time we have x equal to opening parentheses 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80 plus 90 plus 100 and then a closing parentheses. Now Python knows that as you have this opening parentheses, then after this plus you can hit enter and continue in the next line because there is no closing parentheses corresponding to this opening parentheses. Up to this point there is no closing parentheses. If we hit enter here, we will get 3 dots from Python, which indicates that we can continue with the statement in this line. Now again, as we have not added any closing parentheses here, so we can continue the statement in the next line, and here we have 80 plus 90 plus 100 and a closing parentheses, which is a clear indication that we are done with the statement. Now if we hit enter, we will get these 3 arrows, which is an indication that we are ready to type in the next command. Now let's type X and hit enter. We'll get 550 as a result. And that is what we are expecting, because the result will remain same, only the method has been changed. Now let's see how to utilize square brackets to extend the statements in multiple lines. We are well familiar about the use case of square brackets. We can use square brackets to declare lists, and now we will see how we can extend lists in multiple lines. Now together, let's type X equal to Sam, Pam. Let's hit enter. Python will give us these 3 dots because there is no closing square bracket corresponding to this opening square bracket. Hence we can continue with this command. So now let's type Brad, Harry and the closing square bracket. With this closing square bracket, we are telling Python that we are done with this command. So this is the entire command, and we can observe that we can type lists in multiple lines without any problem. So now let's hit enter, and this time we are getting this prompt which indicates that we are ready to type in the next command. Let's type X and hit enter. We'll get this entire list: Sam, Pam, Brad, Harry. So this list has total 4 items, and this is what we want. We want a total of 4 items in this list. Now let's understand how to utilize curly brackets to extend the statements in multiple lines. Let's type X equal to opening curly bracket 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus, and now this time let's hit enter and type 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus, and again this time we will hit enter and type 80 plus 90 plus 100 and the closing curly bracket. Now if we hit enter, we will get this prompt, which means that we are done with the previous statement. Now let's type X and hit enter. We will get 550 as a result. This time in place of parentheses we have curly brackets, and we can use curly brackets to extend statements in multiple lines. So we have learned how to use multi-line statements. Now let's move on to the homework problem of this presentation. Identify the expressions and the statements for each line of code below. So we have this code, and your job is to determine out of these lines which are expressions and which are statements. After finding the answers, please post your answers in the comment section. So we are done with multi-line statements. We have understood how to write statements in multiple lines, and we have seen the homework problem of this presentation as well. This means that we are done with this lecture. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this presentation. I will see you in the next one.